The question is, the analysis of variance is carried out by using student t-test, z-test, f-test or Lorry sample test. Correct option is f-test. F-test is used in ANOVA to determine if the means of the different groups are significantly different from each other. T-test, Z-test and Lorry sample test, these are used to compare the means and variances. So here the correct option should be C option. Next question is, in the regression analysis, which of the following test is used to test the significance of the regression coefficient? Options are F-test, T-test, chi-square test or Z-test. Correct option is t-test. T-test is used to determine if the regression coefficient is significantly different from 0. So correct option is B. Next question is, which one of the following is not a sampling distribution? We have the student T distribution, Poisson distribution, chi-square distribution and F distribution. Now T, chi and F are the sampling distributions, but Poisson distribution is the probability distribution. So incorrect option or the correct option should be B option, that is Poisson distribution is not a sampling distribution. Then we have type 1 error is committed when. So type 1 error is committed when we reject the null hypothesis when it is true. We also call it false positive. That is rejecting the null hypothesis when it is actually true. Next question is, which of the following statements is incorrect? First is, normal distribution is a symmetric distribution. Yes, normal distribution is symmetric distribution. The coefficient of correlation can be more than 2. No, this is incorrect. Coefficient of correlation lies between -1 and +1. So it is not more than 2. Student T distribution was given by Gossett, that is true. Binomial distribution is symmetrical if P is equal to Q is equal to 1/2, that is true. Where P, Q denote the probability of success, Q denotes the probability of failure. So correct option should be B option here. B option. Next question is, for testing the association of attributes, which sampling test is used? F-test, student T-test, chi-square test or Z-test. Correct option is chi-square test. Now chi-square test is a statistical hypothesis test that is used to determine if there is a significant association between two attributes. The test compares the observed frequencies with the expected frequencies if there were no association between the variances. So we use chi-square test here. Then we have, what are the numerical limits of a correlation coefficient? As I have told you earlier, correlation coefficient lies between -1 and +1. So R belongs to the closed interval of -1 and +1. Next question is, the level of significance is the probability of committing type 1 error. Then we have, if a scatter diagram is drawn and if all the points form a straight line, it is an indication of skewed distribution, partial correlation, perfect correlation or zero correlation. Now in the scatter diagram, if each point falls on the straight line, so then we will have a perfect correlation and it can be positive or negative. So correct option is C. Now we have the coefficient of determination is defined as, so it is shown by R square. Then we have, in the presence of heterodicity, which one is true? The OLS estimators are biased. No, they are still unbiased. The OLS estimators are linear unbiased estimators. That's correct. OLS estimators are not consistent. They are cons- uh, so the OLS estimators are not consistent. They are consistent, so it is also incorrect. The OLS estimators are of minimum variance. No, correct option should be B option, because in the presence of heterodicity, you know, according to the Gauss-Markov assumptions, OLS are below, but below is, that is, best linear unbiased estimators are violated only with respect to minimum variance property. So in this case, the OLS estimators are of minimum variance. No. So correct option should be OLS estimators are linear unbiased estimators in the presence of heterodicity. Then we have the stationarity of a time series can be examined in various ways. Which of the following is not one of those? So it is the Bayes analysis. Then we have, which of one of the following is not correct about multicollinearity? There is high pairwise correlation, yes. High R square but few significant T ratios, that's also correct. The coefficients in auxiliary regressions are significant, yes. The OLS estimators and their standard errors cannot be sensitive to small changes in the data. Yes, they are sensitive. So it not is not here, not should be not present here. So correct option should be D option here. Then we have adjusted R square, that is R square bar is defined as, okay. So by R square what we mean, this R square, we call this adjusted R square. It is the modified version of R square, okay, that accounts for the number of independent variables in the model. Unlike R square, which always increases as more variables are added, adjusted R square only increases if there is new variable, if the new variable improves the model more than would be expected by chance, okay. It is given by, so R square adjusted, it is given by n minus 1 upon n minus k times R square, where n denotes the number of data points and k denotes the number of independent variables in the model. Then we have next question. The data sets for regression purposes can be, they can be cross-sectional, time series, parallel data, no, pooled cross-section data. So third is incorrect, all other are correct. Next question is, what is not true for set analysis? If all elements of set X are also the elements of set Y, then X is subset of Y. Yes, we can take, let us say, in X we have 1, 2, and Y we have 1, 2, 3. In this case we can say X is the subset of Y. That's correct. The empty set is written by letter mu. No, it is written by letter phi. So this is incorrect here. A set W comprising only the common elements of two sets X and Y can be written as W is equal to X intersection Y. That's also correct, okay. So if we have X here, then we have Y here, okay. So this set W denotes X intersection Y. The complement of a set X is the set of elements of the universal set U that are not the elements of set X. That's correct. if this denotes x, okay, this denotes x, then x complement means all the other elements which are not in set x, that is this very portion. So this is correct, this is also correct, this is also correct, this is incorrect. The first derivative of an exponential function y is equal to e raised power x. Y is equal to, let me write it here, y is equal to e raised power x. First derivative is dy upon dx of exponential function will be of this e raised power x times, it will be equal to e raised power x times the derivative of the exponent. So derivative of exponent is here 1, so we are left with e raised power x. In fact, if we have y is equal to e raised power nx, its derivative will be e raised power nx times n. Okay, sorry, its derivative will be y is equal to e raised power nx, its derivative will be e raised power n times the derivative of x, which is 1 here, again it will be e raised power nx. So the correct option should be A option here. Next question is, and the market demand curve is given by quantity demanded is equal to 12 minus 2p, where q is the quantity demanded, p is the price. The price elasticity, rather the elasticity of demand at price is equal to 3 is, so we have quantity demanded is equal to 12 minus 2p, price is being given 3. We know that elasticity of demand is equal to the change in the quantity demanded due to the change in the price upon price divided by quantity demanded at that very price. dq upon dp is the derivative of this function with respect to price, so here we will get negative 2. Price is being given us is 3 and quantity demanded at price 3 is, so let us plug 3 here, so we will get 12 minus 2 3s are 6, so again we will get 6. So we have 3 1s are 3 2s are 2 and 2 gets cancelled, we are left with negative 1, so correct option should be negative 1 here. Then we have the Paris Agreement aims to limit the global warming below, correct option is A, from 1.5 degree centigrade to 2 degree centigrade pre-industrial levels. The term carbon neutrality means, it means balancing emitted carbon with carbon removal. Then we have which are the following are economic tools to control pollution. We have tradable permits and Pigovian fees. These are the economic tools to control pollution.